Okay, now can you hear me? Hear me and see me? Yay! Okay, I'm figuring it out, you guys. Finally streaming on my channel because I'm upset about some things that have been happening to myself and my friends. Okay, I know some of y'all have been waiting for me to try this shit out. So there is cussing on my channel. You don't like it? Goodbye. Hey, Queen, Sandra, Ocean, Luis, hi. I'm just figuring this out, so it's going to be a minute, okay? Okay, guys. Okay. Yes, but you cannot see me. Oh, now you can. Now you guys can see me and hear me. Yes. Yes, Megan J. First one. I'm trying to figure it out. Damn it. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. All right. I think I figured it out. Poppy. So we got Julie, Queen. I've learned a lot. I'm not sure. How can I mod somebody? Oop. Oop. What am I doing? Hi, Carrie. Hey, Tammy. I'm trying to figure out here. How do I fix this? Oops, I'm trying to put someone in timeout by accident. Hey, Archie. Haiti. Light it up. Yes, it's the fuckery train. I just wanted to address a few things because lately I've been getting some real disgusting comments, and I mean, I'm not going to be very like butthurt over it because you're leaving them publicly, so you know who you are. And also to leave it publicly and delete it, I mean, you're still leaving it to yourself. So they have been actually turned over to law enforcement for, of course, my own protection and protection of my children. Even though I'm not taking it that seriously, because only a coward would hide behind a fake account and a fake name and then delete the comments right after saying some shit like that, right? So, but I had 76 Facebook notifications this morning when I woke up. So I just decided I'm going to try and do a live so I can address. I know most of you would be on here. Yes, I'm okay. And everything's fine. I get weird comments like that a lot, actually, and I just ignore it because all they're looking for is attention. But to be getting death threats because I believe there's more to a case, it's just bullshit. Some of my friends have gotten them too. And it's bullshit. But I want you guys, part of the reason I'm doing this is because I do need screenshots of anything that you guys see like that. I don't care who it's to. Anyone that is involved in wanting to know more about this case with the Watts or whatever, and if there's nasty shit going on, send it to my email. My email is on my YouTube channel. ihearvoices19@yahoo.com. Super simple. I'm going to be trying to make awareness of this, and so is Mr. Share, to actually get attention of YouTube that this isn't appropriate. Yeah, imagine what Alan has been through. I don't really want to discuss about Alan right now Hey, Tampa. Thank you. Yeah, I don't really, this isn't really, I mean, yeah, imagine what he's been getting. Absolutely. And I have seen lately how some people have definitely twisted some shit to make it fit their narrative, right? With the whole Alan thing. But that's all I'm going to say on Alan, because that's not what this stream is about. I mean, I just want people to be respectful to each other. We're all supposed to be adults on here to even have a YouTube account. We're supposed to be an adult, right? So I think that, and I don't see any bad person in here, but I think you guys all get it. You all know what's really going on behind the scenes. It's so fucking wrong. You'll help me out any way you can. Aw, thanks. No bullying, right? No bullying. And I'm going to have to figure out how to exactly, because I'm doing this from my phone. I heard you could do it from your phone now, and I guess it's working. But I'm not sure. Hey, Sandra. I'm not sure how to make them people mods yet. I know I'm going to need them. Have any of you guys gotten any nasty comments or death threats in the last 2 days? Just screenshot them and email them to me, okay? Because I'm actually going to use that. I think there needs to be way more awareness to that, especially it seems to be only surrounding this one case. No room for bullies. You got that right, Tampa. Should come on closer. You ought to be careful who you try to take down. Start there. This is not bullying. Well, I'm not trying to take down anybody. Just trying to do my own thing, and I'm not trying to take down anyone. I'm just trying to find the truth out in cases. That's what I want. That's what my friends want to do. Did I start YouTube trying to help take people down? I did, because I right away was taken in by a group from my very first time on YouTube. And I just, yeah, it's almost like a deer caught in headlights. When you're just watching YouTube, it's completely different than when you actually make the account and you start putting your own stuff on there and you put yourself out there. It's like a whole nother world. And a part of me wishes that I didn't enter this world and that I was just a watcher. But even if I was just watching it, it's now gotten to the point where a lot of the subscribers do just watch it. They aren't channel creators, and I don't call myself a creator at all, but they don't have that. But they still are starting to see that there is a war brewing between two sides, and I think it's stupid. You have to do it through YouTube. Okay, thanks, Megan J. So I can make people mods like after I get off of here or something like that. Dave, hey Dave. Michelle. Strictly one closer. I know people have been spreading rumors about who they think you are too, and I don't know, but I definitely don't jump on the bandwagon. I heard you were Norman, but I don't believe that's true because you haven't called anybody angels. Go to the flag, just click the down button and then click add this user as a comment moderator. So that's one way. Oh, thank you. Hey, thanks for being over here, by the way. I know you're in the biker world with Mr. Share. So, okay. Now I want to know, did Alan's name get mentioned? I didn't watch the documentary. Anyone that's watched the documentary, was Alan actually mentioned in this documentary at all? Anybody know? You know, all they're doing is just bringing new people that are gonna be curious and then go and support him and subscribe to him. So I think the whole thing is crazy. Megan J has a kitty on her shoulder. Better than a rooster, right? It'll just poop on you. You don't think so, Michelle? Okay. All right, so I'm going to move away from that because there's something else I want to tell you guys. Everyone says how strong I am, but last night I think I learned that I'm actually not that strong. Everyone knows I am helping Angela Connor, whose daughter and grandson were brutally murdered by Alyssa is her name. Alyssa's fiance of about a year and a half was brutally murdered. Her son was murdered by her fiance as well, which was not his son. There was a lot of domestic, so she has asked me to advocate for her, and Tanya and I are working on a book for her to tell her story about her and her daughter, and dealing with it, because this man actually did live with Angela and the daughter for a little while before they got their own place too. So it's crazy. You guys will learn a lot more about it. I know you guys were on Mr. Shares, where we streamed the night that Jory actually was arrested. Thank God. But I've been like really down. But yesterday I was talking to Angela, and this happened just a year ago. And it's very brutal, but Alyssa was 20 years old, and she was beaten to death in front of her 4-year-old son. Beaten to death with a metal baseball bat, as well as with his hands and stuff. So bad that Angela wouldn't have been able to really identify it. Her face was, it's just bad. Okay. We're just recently finding out that it does sound like the 4-year-old son had to watch his mom be murdered before he was murdered. So it's really sick. It's cases like this that are being overshadowed over the whole Watts thing and all the drama that comes along with it. So I'm super honored that I was put by Kim to be able to advocate for Angela. I'm allowed to say everything. There's some stuff I'm not going to say because you guys will have to read the book that we just started working on. So that will be coming out. You'll learn more, and there's going to be everything in there. She's turning everything over to us. This woman says last night that she is willing to forgive Jory. She's reading a victim statement in court. And she, you guys, I've never in my life met somebody as strong as Angela Cannon. When a year after her daughter and grandson are brutally murdered, and this man goes on the run for a year and hides from this, finally gets arrested 2 weeks ago. And she's willing to look him in the eye. She's going to go tell the judge to have him look at her while she reads her impact statement. And she's going to tell him that she forgives him. How? You guys. She deserves her story out there, and I was actually starting to help hunt this guy down, but luckily he was found in California, and he got a little roughed up. I think that's fucking great, and he actually signed the extradition papers, so he isn't even putting up a fight with that. He will be extradited back to Camden, where he will be facing the charges for the two murders. Somebody else was helping him, and I can't say who right now, but you guys will know who was helping him. He was found alone. He was hopping around from hotel to hotel and living like that for about 5 months is what we were told. There was a $25,000 bounty on his head. Yeah, Destroy shares live. There was a $25,000 bounty on this man's head. I can't even call him a man. I can't. He was very jealous of a 4-year-old boy, jealous of the time his mother spent with a 4-year-old boy. That's not a man, right? So, I'm still doing digging. I'm going to be helping in the Chris Watts case, but my channel is now going to be steering more towards my advocacy for Angela. I cannot believe that she has been receiving hate. She has been receiving hate on Facebook comments saying that everybody makes mistakes. Who says that? Everybody makes mistakes. You made 2 mistakes, and murdering a 4-year-old child's not a mistake. So whoever the type of people leaving that kind of comment to Angela is disgusting. It's so gross. I just cannot understand people like that. But telling her things like that and getting on her thinking, oh, he's a young man. He's 24 and now he's going to die in prison or whatever. Like, people make mistakes, whatever. 24 years old, you know wrong from right. And you didn't just murder one person, you murdered a 4-year-old child in his fucking underwear in bed. You murdered his 20-year-old mother in front of him. That's no mistake. That's no mistake at all. I don't get how people can talk the way that they do. And poor Angela, I'm not kidding. Toughest chick I've ever met in my life. He's a coward. He's absolutely a coward. I cannot say, to be jealous of a 4-year-old. What the hell is that? Jory deserves everything he's got coming to him. He should stay in prison. Absolutely. They are sick fucks. Die in prison. No. She's not a Buddhist. She has a heart. She's just a really, really good woman. And she's having a hard time, obviously, but she's so strong. I'm very honored to be able to help her and back her like this. So I'm still going to be doing stuff with the Watts because I refuse to be bullied to stop talking about a case that clearly isn't right. I don't want to keep talking about the Watts on this live either. I really want to put it towards Angela and just introduce what I will be trying to change my channel back to. I started off here with content and talking about cases and trying to help other people. And then it real quick went left trying to defend people, whatever the hell I was doing. So I'm still going to defend people. I'm not going to shut up and be bullied into not looking into a case that's not right. It's clearly not right. We got someone saying, oh my God, Kylie Jenner's watching this. Oh my God, even Kylie Jenner. But I'm thinking about it. What if Kylie Jenner put a post like, oh my God, I watched American Family Next Door and the mistress definitely had more to do with it. What if she had said that? Would they be going after her? Would they be jumping on fucking Kylie Jenner? You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. Stop talking about us or whatever. We don't want the attention. But oh my God, Kylie Jenner, one of the biggest social media stars, watched our thing. Oh my God. So it's definitely mixed signals. And so I just refuse to be bullied into not talking about it. I'll just be talking about it like on Mama Kim's channel, Tanya's channel, or whatever. I won't really be putting content of the Watts on my channel because other people deserve it. Christian, his story as well. The mom wants people to talk about it. So there's a lot of cases that are being overshadowed and it sucks. The energy's all getting into the bullies and defending everyone. And really when we're defending people we love and stuff, we're just bullying right back is what it looks like, right? That's what Mr. Cher tells me all the time. It just doesn't look good on either side. Something is going on with Morphew case. There was people are taking down their videos as well. I'm not sure what is going on. Is that right? Huh. I never really got into that case because it seemed like it was going to be another Watts case and that it would just be crazy to get involved in that one. I don't understand it. How the husband's out walking around and Kylie Jenner would not be trying to infiltrate groups to stir shit up. Let's be fucking real. That's true. No, she wouldn't be. Hi, Callie. Sylvia. Poppy girl. Yeah, you express your opinion. Sure. Thanks, Dave. Oops, I didn't mean to highlight that. Okay. Sorry, I'm still learning as we go here. But anyways, yeah, I'm not going to be bullied out of talking to that case because I do think more is going to come out. We're just waiting. Who knows when it will be. So I'm just going to kind of back away from it because, again, Angela deserves the time and the energy as well as Ray, Christian's mom, because there's 2 murderers walking around free right now. because Christian did not commit suicide. So you're going to see a lot of that on this channel too. And I'm just going to go, I'm going to get back to what I originally came on the other side of YouTube and wanted to do. Instead of just watching YouTube, I wanted to get on there to be able to help people get their stories out there and help their voices be heard. So that's what I need to get back to. It's just too much with this Watts crap. But definitely support all my friends still doing it. Whitley, yes, she is. She has blocked me on Twitter. I actually called her a murderer right on Twitter. I said, at Whitley Goodman, you're a murderer, justice for Christian. And I was blocked like an hour later. Yes, Megan, it is a crazy case, but it's another case that deserves the limelight, the shine, to get the voice out there, to get the story out there, so we can hopefully, this is a case there can be a difference made. There was warrants out for their arrest, but there hasn't been any charges, so they could run around free. But a young man doesn't leave his job to go home and kick out his girlfriend because he just wanted to get his life and go back to work. He had the job he dreamt of. He was on track for the goals he wanted. Oh, hey, Leather and Lace. Thank you for reaching out privately to me, by the way. I am okay. I don't take that kind of stuff too seriously because, again, they made it very public comments doing that. So, you know, they weren't going to do anything anyways because it could be traced right back to them. So, yeah, I'm not going to give it any shine. He was never hacked. Yeah, we're not talking about Alan on this, so we're done. I said my little piece, but it is what it is. Anyways, you don't leave with the thoughts that I'm kicking out my girlfriend so that I can just work, and I just want to be single and work because I'm never home, right? He worked on a tugboat, which is his dream job, and he was set. His goal was to be the youngest captain on the tugboat that there was, and he was there. He had the job he always wanted, and he was on track to do everything he wanted. He always had money. He had 3 cars. He had jet skis. He had 4-wheeler. Like, he had, for a young man, he had a good life built for him and a nest egg in the bank. How does that go from wanting to go home for a few hours, kick out your girlfriend, get your home life in order to get back to work? How does that go to, oh, I want you all to take my money and I'm committing suicide? Are you kidding me? Cowboy, lunchtime. Thanks for popping in here. But anyways, yeah, it doesn't go from I'm going home, I'm kicking him out, you know, and even people at his work on the boat were like, yeah. So Christian was getting bombarded with calls and text messages. They were poking him, knowing what kind of man Christian was, that he was going to want to go home, get shit settled. So they were trying to get him to go home. Okay. I can't decide if this was planned out or how long it was planned out for. However, the day before, they did go target practicing at one of their friends' house. And just so happens Chris died the next day from gunshot, right? So there's just, you know, we all know Cher doesn't believe in coincidences, right? Shan. Hey, babe. Okay, so then he goes home, right? And he goes home, and within 7 hours, there's a 911 call. Right away, this Dylan kid, we've got a suicide. Like, what do you mean we've got a suicide? How did you even just come? Like, I don't understand. This kid, Dylan, went to Christian's bank. Christian, I gotta remember it's Christian and not Chris, right? So he went to Christian's bank to try and take out all the money. He went inside the branch with Christian's debit card and said, hey, he wants me to come and take all his money. He wants me to have all his money. And I'm like, why was this not looked into more? We're seeing that there is somehow some kind of ties to the police department and Whitley. Not sure what it is. Not sure if maybe Whitley's mother had some trouble with law in the past and maybe somebody felt sorry for her. That's what my friend Carrie thinks. And even other people who look into this, with the way she's getting away, clear out with murder, it's tied to somebody has a soft spot for Whitley within the police department there. And it's sick. We haven't figured it out yet. Whitley also has a lawsuit for like $47 million because people are, I can't even remember what it's for. But Whitley also thought she was on Christian's life insurance policy. So that's no mistake either. She had told Christian that she was pregnant not too long before his murder, actually, and said, so he thought she was pregnant. And then a couple days later was like, oh no, you know, whatever, false alarm. But then that's when she started talking to him, like, what if I was pregnant? What if you got hurt? Because Christian was hurt working on the tugboat before. So she was like, what if you got hurt then, you know, and I was pregnant, who would take care of me and the baby? And so she was telling him, take your ex-girlfriend off of the policy and put me on there. And he didn't. But Whitley did not know that he did not do that. Christian was smart and had a very close relationship to his family, especially his mom. Him and his mom would go see movies together all the time and hang out and whatever. They had a very close relationship. And he told his mom, like, this is what she's telling me to do. And, you know, what if she does get pregnant or whatever? And the mom said, don't you dare, you know, don't you dare. All kinds of disgusting behavior from Whitley. And again, this is a case that the family is begging for help. The family does not want it to go away and disappear. So this is, again, another case, another one being shadowed by all the bullshit with this Watts and the bullying. I can't even say it's bullshit with the Watts, although it kind of is. It's bullshit with Alan or whatever it all is. I want the people that deserve it and the families that deserve it to get some of the time and effort instead of the bullying and the playing, you know, fighting fire with fire. It's a waste of energy, and it's been taking a toll on me. She played him. Absolutely. Someone said, hi, Mr. Sherbet. He's at work. I don't think he's in here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and get my, leather and lace. Very strong woman there too. Ray, Christian's mother. I feel just so horrible for her. You know, and some YouTube channels have picked up the story. They've done their content, and then that's it, right? But that's not the type of person I am. I want to help get the story out there, but I also don't want to stop until there's some kind of resolution. I don't just want to put a story out there and then that's it. Like, okay, I got some views on it. That's not my style either. And nothing bad against any other creator out there. I get it. I get what you have to do and keep moving on and try and get as many stories out there as you can. But I'm going to focus on these two cases here. Because one I've been personally asked to, and she deserves it. Like I said, Angela, strongest woman I've ever had the pleasure in meeting, and I just can't believe it. So she's given me permission to share her story. Angela has, share her daughter, beautiful Alyssa and Brayden. So I will. There's certain things she has asked me not to say publicly, and I have to abide by that. So I won't, but you will hear about it eventually. Any connection between the cop that shut down the scene? Yes, I love that question so much. So the cop, the detective, whatever he is, the head honcho guy who came in and said, shut this down, this is a suicide, nothing else. It just so happens that that same detective lived in the same apartment building with Whitley and Christian. We all know Whitley's a little hoe bag. It's true. So Christian worked on a tugboat. He was gone for weeks at a time and only home for, I think he was gone for, we'll say he was gone for 6 weeks, home for 2 weeks or whatever. That's, you know, that's the life on the tugboat in Mississippi. So she was known to be whoring around. She thinks she's a genius and people would do things for her. She would use her sexuality. She's a beautiful girl. She is. Pretty, petite, blonde girl, right? I mean, she is. However, there's monsters that use that, and they're very, very dangerous. They use it for them. And yeah, so my beliefs is it just so happens that this person lived in the same apartment building with Whitley and Christian, the same apartment building that Whitley was getting kicked out of, the same apartment building clearly Christian was found shot dead in. So there is a tie. If you ask me, she was sleeping with the dude. Do I have proof of that? No. But what would this guy, like I said, unless there's some kind of connection with the mom possibly or whatever, or if she's sleeping with him, I don't know. But that is the connection so far, that yes, that same detective that shut it all down was in the same apartment building living with Whitley and Christian was always gone. So there's that. Take that however you want to, but hopefully we can undig more as we go. I just come into Whitley's a little, can't see it. Yeah, she's a whole bag. Whitley's a little whole bag. So yeah, there's that. And again, they're saying that he committed suicide, but I'm not sure how you can commit suicide with a gunshot. And the gun, he shot himself on the right side of his head. Okay, that's where the gunshot wound is. How is it the gun is found on the outside of the bathtub? Okay, so imagine you're sitting, you go to your tub, you're on your knees in front of your tub, and he put his head in front of the tub. Supposedly, this is what happened. Put his head in the tub, shoots himself on the right side of his head, somehow with his hands behind his back. There's that. Okay, so his hands are behind his back. He shoots himself in the right side of the head, but the gun then goes on the left side, on the outside of the tub, wedged between his like thigh, calf, and the outside of the tub. Not only that, somebody decocked that gun. How do you kill yourself, shoot yourself in the head, and then decock the gun? How does that happen? Oh, and again, your hands are behind your back the whole time. So he shot himself in the tub on the right side. The gun is found on the left side of him, wedged between his thigh and tub. So not even found in the tub, okay? Now, they also found a knife that had blood on it, and obviously the gun. Whitley and Dylan had gunpowder on their hands. They were found with gunpowder on their hands. Christian had a little bit, but not enough that if he pulled the trigger himself and shot himself in his head. Now there is a famous forensic gentleman who actually worked or dug into the case, and he actually was on the Boston bombing case and the anthrax case. He's good. He knows what he's talking about. He knows his shit. He even says that he was moved. He wasn't killed there. That's not how he died. That he was moved because of the body placement, the leg, rigor mortis, all of that. But we will get into all of that. Aw, thanks for listening, Shan. Drive safe, babe. Love you too. Crime scene photos tell a totally different story than they want you to believe. Totally crazy to me. Yes, absolutely. Completely different story than what they want you to believe. Again, if it was just a shooting, why was there a bloody knife there that disappeared? And also, how does one change their clothing after they're shot? How did they do that? And also, there was blood in the hall and leading up the stairs and all that. So clearly he was, if I had to guess, he was stabbed. And that, I don't know if he was like running up the stairs or what, but something happened outside of the bathroom. But it's all being covered up. So again, another case that I want to use my channel for, and the help of all of you great people on digging into, because it's a case that the family wants help with. We're not being told, shut up, stop talking, don't use a name. That's not what's going on here. Instead, it's completely opposite. Like, please help. Please don't let my son's story be forgotten. Christian's birthday is November 4th, so I think Carrie and I are going to be doing a live stream for that, just to help bring more awareness. But that's what I really want my channel to move back to. So that's what I'm going to try for. I'm still going to protect the people I love, of course. Callie! Oh, Diggler! Spicy! You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, and then back to Angela. It just sucks. Like, I just actually found out last night they didn't, and actually same with Christians. You know, they didn't actually have people go in there and clean up anything, Angela had to go into her daughter's house and clean up her daughter's blood and clean up her grandson's blood and clean that mess up. How the hell is that right? And I heard the same for Christian's family. Christian's family went in there and had to clean it up. Maybe that's normal, but I just don't think that's right. I think that's so wrong that someone would have to go clean up their daughter's blood and their grandson's blood or their son's blood. I just can't fathom that. There's no way I'd be able to do that. If that was me, I'd just take a fucking match to my house and torch it. I can't imagine. Again, I just want to say how strong these two women are. It's unbelievable. Oh, thanks. Is it Louis? Luis or Lewis? So glad you are digging into this one where people want your support and help. Oh, please don't thank me. I'm happy to. I want to be able to help make a difference. I know. I also, again, I don't want to be bullied into proper justice for Shanann's kids. Like I said, I have my own theories on that. So I just can't see Shanann. Now, I guess I'm talking about it. Junior had said himself, people put those thoughts into Chris's head, right? People put those thoughts. If I am the mother, if I was the mom, I don't care. Anyone who even had an idea of killing my daughter and my grandchildren, they're going to get it. And they're going to, either I'm fighting for charges or they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I just cannot believe that. Other people, even if they did give Chris the idea, that's not okay. And I don't think Shan would be okay with that. Or Shanann, I'm sorry. People don't like me calling her Shan because it makes it sound like I'm her friend, which I just like to shorten things. I'm lazy, okay? But yes, you can cuss on her channel. You can cuss on this channel. This is an adult channel. I cuss. You know? But yeah. That's what I want my channel to be more about. And obviously, you guys want to help with that. I think that's great. I think it's great we continue getting, trying to get proper justice for Shanann and the kids, because I honestly think that's what Shanann would want. If anyone put the idea to have her and her children killed, I really feel like she would want that person to get in the trouble, even for the idea. That is my belief, and that's why I won't be bullied out of talking about it with my friends on their channels. Yeah, you guys we got all good people in here, it looks like today. But, and I don't know if you guys know any other, Archie, I wish you could, I have a big suitcase. You could fit in there, girl. We're going to meet up on the way when I leave next month. I don't know if you guys know any other cases, but yeah, a lot of my time is going to be because Tanya and I are working on the book with Angela, but then I met somebody who actually was helping Angela the entire time. I just fell in love with this woman because she's another tough as nails chick, and she's the bounty hunter that helped Angela through this time. And I told her I'm coming for her story next. So another strong woman. That's another thing with me. I don't think you have to bring down other females. I am so for girl power. I don't think other females should be degrading other females. A lot of you guys, all of you guys, Leather and Lace, Callie, all of you guys, Megan J, Archie, you guys are all tough as nails, right? Or everyone would have left this case alone a long time ago, because it's not just me who's been dealing with the bullshit of it all. So everybody. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I could see that. But at the same time, how can that doesn't help somebody's mental toll, right? You just lose brutally your family member, and you're there and you're cleaning it up. Like, you're cleaning up that mess. I wish there was a way around that, because it breaks my heart that they had to do that. Yeah. And again, Jory had he had lied he kind of already did a confession, so to speak. He wrote a note to try and throw off people. He wanted law enforcement to think that he had committed suicide. And so he was like, I'm sorry. I loved Alyssa and Brayden. I'm really sorry. I love them so much and I can't live with myself. I'm going to kill myself. And so that's what he was hoping people would believe. But instead, he's found in California and he's wearing brand new white sneakers, nice clothes. And he was fat too. He fattened up to try and change his appearance. So, you know, the kid's eating well. It's just crazy. Crazy. But he could have put up a fight and not signed the papers to be extradited back to Camden. I have to say I'm glad that he did that, because that would have been a fight. It would have been another court thing. It would have dragged Angela through hell. Which actually, since we're talking about that, a lot of people have come to me like, oh, people sign plea deals or, you know, whatever, and they must be guilty. They sign them. A lot of people, even the ones that are guilty and should sign them, you know, I'm glad that they do that because I think that's why Chris Watts says, you know, I just want it better for the family. I'm signing whatever. Like he doesn't care. He's trying to make it better, I guess, for his family, or maybe possibly through sex too. I don't know. But it's a lot easier if a monster like that just signs the plea deal, because otherwise they have to drag the family, the loved one, through court and hearings and trials. And in that, then the poor family members like Angela or even the Ruzicks, whatever, they have to then sit there and listen again to what happened, whether it's lies or the truth. They then have to sit there and listen to it all over again, right? And that's just sad. So I think when they sign, I think that's good, because you don't have to drag the family through that. But not only that, now if Jory wanted to fight this and put Angela through there, what's their job on the other side is to then try and bring up everything bad that Alyssa did, make her look bad, even though she has passed away. She's the victim, right? But unfortunately, that's the job. That's what the courts do, because they want to try and make the situation look bad to try and help the person to get a lesser sentence that's on the other side, right? The monster. So when people sign that, it really is a huge, I feel it's a huge thing to not let the family relive that. And some families want the trial and stuff, and that's fine. I know Angela doesn't. She just wants the kid to own up to his shit. She's willing to forgive him, and she doesn't want to relive it, you know. And a lot of families are like that. They don't want to hear the crap. And we're being told we're bashing Shan or whatever. I have never bashed Shan. I have asked questions to see if it's true. And I say things that we learn, even through the discoveries or even what's out there. Does some things look bad? Yes. Some things look bad on Shan. Some things look bad on Cindy. Some things look bad on Sandy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to, because you're digging in somebody's life, and people aren't 100% roses. You're going to uncover shit that doesn't look good on every single person, every single player in the case. That's just how it is. So we're not trying to make her look bad. It's just that we're putting facts out there, and it's exactly what would happen in a courtroom. It is. Oh, thanks, Dave. First one, I'm trying. But yeah, I had so many messages of people checking in to make sure I was okay. So I just figured, how can I address everybody at once? Because I didn't want to go through, I'm sorry. I didn't want to go through each individual and read them. So I just thought, hey, I'll hop on here. Yes, I'm okay. I worry actually more about my friends and hope my friends are all okay. You all know who you are. But yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing now, and using my channel for. Angela is going to be the big one, and Christian. So, and you guys are welcome to help and dig into it. Angela, now that I'm learning how to do this, I'll be able to have people on here. Angela will come on here bounty hunter. Tracy, she's fucking awesome. And some of you guys too. But now that I know how to work this, I'm going to, I don't even know if you guys are interested too. I had 3 years with Rhonda. I don't mind sharing my crazy times with that also, because that's really what got me started YouTube. She's the one who told me to start YouTube. While I'm not helping her anymore because she is guilty as sin. There's a lot to that. That was 3 years of my life, 3 years, and I even had quit a job to be able to help her full time. Yes. Yeah, we can, that Christian's case is a case we can make a difference in. We still can make a difference in. That's not a closed case. 2 murderers walking around. That's the case that deserves the time. Angela, while the case is somewhat closed, she deserves, and again, it goes back. Now I'll be able to start telling you guys a little bit more about me. Some of you guys want to know more personal things about me. What got me into true crime? Why do I help? I've gone through my own domestic situations since the day I was born, honestly. I share 2 kids with a man who did try to kill me. Spent 7 years with him, and I have my 2 oldest kids with him. He then tried to kill the fiance after me. We were too scared to do anything. I had 2 kids with him, so I was definitely, and I'm the only one that had kids with him, so I was definitely more afraid. His own friends actually helped me escape that situation. They packed me up while he was in jail one day, and they never let me go back. His own friends. But anyways, the father of my children is facing 11 years in prison for attempt on life on his 3rd fiance. So 2 girlfriends after me. She actually went and pressed the charges. He has trial in November. So there's a reason why I'm drawn to it. There's a reason I have passion for it. And it's because I understand it and I get it. And I can't stand monsters like that. And it's not just men. That's one thing where people are always putting on the men. Well, look at Whitley. Whitley is a goddamn monster. And I would have to say more psychotic than NK. What is that? There's some shit on Shanann, but I've never even mentioned it out of respect for her since she was the victim. Nothing she did warranted her death. Exactly, Spicy. Nothing bad that Shan did means she deserved to be murdered. That is absolutely true. There's nothing. Like I said, people are going to, hey, Stephanie, Julie, my dad committed suicide and we had to clean it up. It's something no one should have to go through. Julie, I am so sorry, hon. And that is, wow, I can't believe that. I'm so sorry. Wow. Sorry for your loss. And I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I understand it takes money, it takes people, but that should be out there, right? Because there should be some funding. There should be people that do that. There's people that can handle that much better than someone who just lost their daughter or grandson. They shouldn't have to do that. They shouldn't have to walk into that. And same thing with Christian. The family had to go in there, and that's Whitley's excuse. The family went in there, so they could have planted anything. The family went in there and had to clean it up. Well, they didn't plant a bloody shirt behind the toilet. They didn't plant a bloody knife that actually disappeared, by the way. All of these things were turned in by Christian's family. Everything's disappeared. Knife with fingerprints and blood, bloody shirt, everything disappeared. It was turned into the police. All gone. So tell me that's, yeah. It's bullshit. There's no sugarcoating on Cher's channel. It's bullshit. Hi, Nina. I was gonna say Nina, but Nina. Oh, thank you, Leather and Lace. Thank you. I don't know about great, but I'm trying. It's the first one. I just want to get it out there. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get off here, but now that I'm like learning this, I might pop up maybe this evening or for sure this weekend. I'll do a couple, and I'm gonna just start diving in. And if you guys want to know about my experience with the Fatal Beauty, aka Rhonda Glover, I'll do that too. I just don't want my channel to be constantly for hate and what's been going on. I'm still going to protect all you that I love, but it's just not going to be like video after video after video anymore, because it just doesn't make me look good. And I'm saying what a crappy advocate somebody else is. And then, oh, thanks, Harmarsh. Am I saying that right? Thank you. I might make you a mod, okay, when I figure it out. But yeah, I want my channel to go back to helping people. I'm also helping Charles Wilcox and stuff like that. That's my passion. That's where I'm happy, and that's what I need to do again. I think some nasty people tried to deter me on purpose from that, because it's content, right? And they don't want that. So I'm gonna go back to it and still have everyone's back. Don't get me wrong. When someone's dead ass wrong, I'm gonna have to say it. And when my blood boils like that. Harry. Is that Harry Styles? You're hiding behind a mask. Okay, Harry, thank you. That's great to hear, Cher. I'm looking forward to your new content. Thank you. Yeah, what I started this with is what I want to get back to. And again, I'll still be on my friends and discussing the lots. I won't be bullied out of that, because that's not proper justice. And a lot I do for justice reform. I think it's so outdated. I think there's people in prison that should maybe be in a mental hospital. I know there's people in prison that have been put away with wrong charges. Again, Chris Watts. Yes, he deserves to be in prison, certainly. However, if he wasn't the one to kill those children, those are wrong charges. Those are charges that should be put on the proper people. So that's what I want to get back to. So of course, some of my content will, I guess, tie into the Watts, because again, it's all justice reform, charges, and proper justice. So what does that say? Sorry, it's so small. The guac song was funny, but yes, content is best. Forget the drama. Yeah, and I just, silly stuff like that, I just put on there just to give you guys a little laugh, since things have gotten heavy in the last couple days. But then Mr. Cher did tell me that while it's funny little clips, it is still a form of bullying, and that's, it's not what I want to do anymore. Chris Watts is a monster, even if he had help. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that, and I don't agree with that. If I'm being 100, I agree that, like, women, so the whole thing with Rhonda Glover, right? We were trying to figure, because while she did murder her oil tycoon husband, she did. There was also abuse in that. And going through the abuse that I went through, I try to picture Rhonda's ex-husband was an oil tycoon, billions of dollars, right? So I try to picture the man that I had children with. I try to picture if he had billions of dollars, because he doesn't, but he still gets away with bad shit. So I try to picture if this man had $1 billion, what would he get away with? So that's what made me reach out to her and want to help her. I understood what it was like to even plan wanting to kill an abusive ex. If I'm going to be 100% honest, I've had those thoughts. I have been holding my newborn baby and been headbutted and choked by my fiance, to the point where I blacked out and dropped my child. Okay. So I understood having those thoughts. I just knew I couldn't act on those thoughts, even though I was put in some situations where I didn't think I could get out. And I did think that what Rhonda did would maybe be my only way out, but it wasn't. And the only reason is because I never wanted this man to take me away from my children. And if I was to end up in prison for defending myself, I'd be away from my children, right? And he would win, right? So yeah, I chose a different route, and I'm glad I did that. But domestic violence is Very scary. And when people are going out and talking about and bringing up shit, yes, I do have a harassment order on me from my child's father. I'll get into that really quick because it is going around. I had been doxxed. Yes, that doesn't look good on me. But if anyone knows domestic violence, when that person can no longer harm you physically, they go through the courts and the justice system to hurt you that way. It's facts, easy and clear to see. I'm not the first one. It's what these people do. And so this is what he chose to do. What happened was the same charges he's facing attempt on a life right now for. He was arrested. I'm going to make sure with this other person, I've shared a little bit, but I'm going to talk to her and make sure it's okay that I share the story, and I'll keep her name out of it. And I'll tell you guys, because it'll help you understand why I got into this and why I care and why I'm passionate about it. But she almost didn't make it out either. She had the same thoughts as I did as well. And so he got in trouble. He was blaming his drinking. He was not supposed to be drinking. He then bailed himself out of jail. And part of the bail was that he was not supposed to be consuming alcohol. Okay. And we just couldn't believe what he was getting away with. So me and the other two exes, we teamed up. It's been since this guy has been a teenager, he's been getting away. I mean, I should have known when there's charges for him pushing his mother down the stairs and harming his own mother. I should have known it wasn't a good relationship. But I was 15, bounced around from foster home to foster home. I thought that's the type of relationship I deserved. I thought that was love at 15. And yeah, I was very, very wrong. But anyhow, he was not supposed to be drinking. And somebody drove by a bar and grill and saw his car there. Okay. What I did was I wanted proof. Okay, was that really him? It could be any car that looked like his, right? They didn't pull in there to check license plates or whatever. And anyway, I called this bar and I said, hey, I'm looking for my dad. I locked myself out of the house and I think he's there having lunch. And they said, oh yeah, who's your dad? And I said his name. And they said, oh yeah, he's right here. I was also sent screenshots, by the way, of somebody in that bar. He sure has eyes everywhere. Okay. I was sent a screenshot and it was proof he was drinking Jack Daniels while he was eating too. So again, he's consuming alcohol. He's not supposed to be part of his bail restriction. I called, confirmed he was at the bar because they put him on the phone. And I said, hey, how do you like that Jack and Coke? And then I hung up. The police went to that bar looking for him to arrest him. He, of course, was not there and ditched. However, he was then allowed to go to the courthouse, and I will undig the papers and read it verbatim what he had said to the courts. In Minnesota, I think it's everywhere in the states. If you get a harassment order or whatever, you're going to get it. You're going to get it no matter what. It's the protection of the state's way. They have to do it, okay? So he got the restraining order on me by saying that I had called the bar he was at and that he was in fear for his life because I was stalking him, even though I live a 3-hour round trip away from this man and different counties, and it was proven I was not even in that county. He was still allowed the harassment order because, yes, the police went there. I called the restaurant and I knew he was at the restaurant. So that, it doesn't look good. So that is why I have the restraining order. To me, I didn't do anything wrong and I would do it all over again. I wanted that man in jail. I wanted him caught for violating his restraining order or his his house arrest. He had an ankle monitor on too. So he wasn't supposed to be drinking. So anyways, that's how I got the harassment order, because he got it under the stalking and he said he was in fear of his life. Okay. I wish y'all could see this man because he's about 4 times the size of me and he sure as hell is not in fear of me. Okay. So, yeah, that's how it works. So everyone out there putting the bullshit in about, oh my God, she's dangerous, her ex has stalking. You guys need to be very careful with what you're doing. You're putting, and I know people have tried to contact this man too. That's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So I can't believe, and it's not even just YouTube, it's Facebook, it's social media in general. It's dangerous putting yourself out there. But I made this decision because, well, first, when I first came onto YouTube, it wasn't my decision. I didn't want to. I didn't want to go on there, especially before I had my surgery done for my teeth and everything. But then I was like, fuck it, what's more important, right? How do I look, or helping other people get their voices out there, and maybe helping just one more person, right? Julie, are you leaving, hun? Thanks for stopping by. Doing life my way, whatever he is. He's a cold-hearted bastard. Yes. Yes. If we're talking about Chris Watts, yes. Oh, thanks, Nina. So I will also start telling you guys, because you guys have all been riding hard with me, and a lot of you do ask me privately a little more about me, and I don't mind. I will share my past with you guys because I think it helps you better understand. I do flip off the bat sometimes. I can be hella rude to some people, but I truly feel I give to people what they come to me with. If you're coming to me with respect, I'm giving you respect right back. But if you come to me and you're disrespectful, or you're being a little bitch, that's what you're getting from me off the bat, because that's what you came to me with. Is that mature me? Maybe not. It's just me, and that's all I can be. I tried to tone myself down when I first came onto YouTube, but I don't think that's right either. I don't think I should have to tone myself down. Thank you, Leather and Lace. Hey, Hetty Bell, thank you. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, Leather and Lace. I really love hearing people's stories, and I love that people have emailed me privately and told me their stories, told me their past with domestic violence and abuse and things they've gone through. I feel honored that people tell me these things, because I know it's not easy. I know that there's two sides to people who go through these kinds of experiences, and you just never talk about it. You keep it to yourself because it's traumatizing. It really is. Or there's the people that want to share it and be an open book with hopes that just one person gets some kind of help from it, right? And that's the path I've chosen. I had a therapist tell me once that with the life that I've been through, it's amazing to that person, her exact words, it's amazing to me that you are either not in prison for life or 6 feet under already. And that was told to me about 12 years ago. And it sticks with me because it's true with my entire bloodline and what they've done. I could have easily just used my past to be a shitty person. I could have used that as an excuse to go do bad things and be in and out of jail and prison. I could have used it as an excuse to hurt everybody. And, poor me. Oh my God, I had a rough life and I'm just going to be an asshole. But that's, I don't know. It's just not me. Not at all. When I came onto YouTube, what I really wanted was to find a sense of community and like a family, community, family, whatever you would call it. And I did not find that at first, but I feel now that I have with you guys. Tanya and Kim, Leather and Lace. I'm going to forget. I'm not going to say all of you. You all know who you are because we all rock together on everybody's channels. And I can't tell you guys enough. I would have been gone a long time ago because I wouldn't have been able to mentally handle it. And I know that if it wasn't for all you guys, you all message me all the time how strong I am. But I have that strength because of all of you guys. And that's the truth. You guys are a great group of people. Great idea. Get off Watts Island. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to get off Watts Island. I'm still into that because it's not proper justice. But my channel is going to be helping Angela, helping Christian, Charles Wilcox. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. I love you guys too. I do. They have a cleaning company that do that. Yeah, I think, and like somebody said, I'm sorry, I can't remember who said it, but they it costs a lot of money, and I just don't think that's something a family should have to pay for. I have gone through and still go through psychological violence from my ex copy of Chris Watts. Yes. Oh, Nina, I'm so sorry. I'm I'm still going through it. I still share daughters with this man, and it kills me that because these children are his, even though what he has done, I still by law have to give him his parenting time with these children. Even when they're calling the police themselves and saying they don't want to go back to his house, I have to turn them over and give them to this man for his parenting time. 2 teenage, beautiful girls. It sucks. It really sucks. And I just think it's so wrong, and the justice system is so broken, and women don't go forward because it doesn't help. I've sat through, I wish I was allowed to record it, but I wasn't allowed, but I sat there for studying purposes, and because I was supporting the other exes of this man. And so I had to sit there, and I had to hear man after man after man go up there and talk about what they put. This one kid, I'll never forget, the judge read out, I'm going to throw up. The judge read out what he did to this girl, okay? And the girl didn't show up to court. Here's the thing. If you don't show up to court, so this guy went up there, saw the judge. Judge read off that, did you really choke her? Did you grab her by her hair and slam her head into a wall, gouge her eye till it was bleeding, and gashed her head where she had to have, I think it was like 15 stitches in her head from slamming her so fucking hard in the bathroom against a wall? Of course, this woman does not want to show up into court, right? Because the anxiety you get just knowing you have to see this man, the anxiety I get just knowing when I have to meet my ex to transfer kids around. I can't tell you. I feel like I'm trying to think how to best describe it. It's scary. I go there. I have to meet him in a public place. Even the judge said where there's cameras. Being around these people are not what you want to do. So when this woman doesn't show up to court, and a lot of women don't go to court because they can't handle being around this person. But when that girl doesn't show up to court, a lot of times, I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, they took her restraining order away from the man because she didn't show up. That's wrong. That's so fucking wrong. She didn't show up because being in the same building, being within 500 feet of the man who did this to her is too hard. Why are these restraining orders being dropped just because these women can't show up to court? They're throwing up. I mean, I've been outside in the parking lot of court, puking, throwing up, hyperventilating, just beside myself. I know a lot of you have been through this stuff, but so you know the feeling. And it's wrong, and that's wrong of the justice system. And then they slap the people on the wrist. Yeah, oh, okay, well, you just don't do it again. Oh, you've been in jail for 3 days. We're going to give you time served. What does this teach them? What does this teach these people? That it's okay, right? So fucked up. It's wrong. So anyway, that's why I have passion for what I do. That's why I want to help others. And you know, in Alyssa, she was away from jewelry. She got away from him 3 times before she went back the 4th time. The 4th time was her last because he killed her. And statistically, women go back 7 times. And why do we go back? because it's more scary being away from them and what they can do to us, right? It's a pain, it's a hassle. We're like, oh God, we can't deal with this anymore. It's easier if I just go back. I can't deal with this. I'm just gonna go back. Maybe it will stop. And it's not. There needs to be a real transformation in the so-called justice system, because I don't call it the justice system. I think you guys know. I call it the establishment. It's not a justice system whatsoever. Right, Joe. Right. And but that I'm not the first. I'm not the first. That is, if you guys have seen the movie enough, I have talked with so many women that, because what these men end up doing is, especially when you have children, they go through the court system. They try to make the girl look crazy, and they're going to take those kids, right? They want to take the kids because that's what you have. Any way that these people can hurt you, that's what they do. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be trying to get the women or the children away from the women, trying to make that girl look crazy so that he gets the children, so that he has the control still. He has the power, you know? Unfortunately, it's just how it goes. Remember Pulp Fiction, Winston Wolfe? That was his job. And hi, Joe the cat. Thanks for stopping by, hon. All right, so that's what I want my channel to go more towards. That's what you will be seeing more of. Now that I'm figuring out the lives, I will do live streams. But I'm sure there's going to be some Watts comparison, some Watts talk on here or whatever, but that's not going to be my main thing on here. Right now, my main thing is getting Angela's story out there. I'm very passionate about that because it's domestic violence. And her daughter, who was her best friend, died, and her grandson. So that'll be the main thing. And then as well as Christian. So any other case that may come my way that I think can really use it, can use the platform, have the voice put out there, and in a case that I think we can make a change in. We can't make a change with Alyssa and Braden. We can't. But what I can help Angela do now is tell her story and share what she has given me the honor of helping share, and helping bring awareness to domestic violence. That'll be a big thing that I do, because it's something I lived, something I know about. I was born fighting for my life, unfortunately. So if you guys want to know more about me, I'll throw that in there too. Oh, I'm so sorry, Trudy. I'm guessing a lot of you, not even just women, men. And that's one reason why there is a small part for me. I'm gonna get fucking trash for saying this. There's a small percentage of me that feels for Chris, because I do feel I don't think he was like abused or anything like that, but the mental abuse is hard. And I've been through mental abuse. I still go through mental abuse. I've been through mental and physical 99% of my life. And I think if anybody's in here who have been through both, I think what I'm about to say you will 100% agree on, which is sick. This is a sick thing for me to say, but it's facts. I would rather be punched in my face than to be mentally abused, because that shit stays with you. A black eye, that heals. A broken bone, most times that heals. The mental shit is the worst, in my opinion. That's my personal opinion. I've talked to a lot of women who agree. I know that's pretty morbid and a sick thing to say, but it's the truth. And when I hear women tell me that, I know they've been through hell and back. It's okay to have empathy. I think he has a mental illness. I too have empathy for him. Yes. I just think I think the mental thing could have, he acted on whatever. Yeah, I don't even really want to get into it, but yes, I do think there was some kind of mental thing there, and definitely. So anyways, yes, that's why I have a little bit of a feeling like feel bad for him. He's where he belongs. I will say that. I've never said he shouldn't be in prison or he should be walking around free. No, 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 no. I just think there's a lot more to it. I don't think he's the only one that should be in trouble, and I do feel he was mentally broken down. And that's my opinion. Oh my god. I see you. Thanks, buddy. Showing the love right back. When's your next live, by the way? Share the Rhonda experience. I guess she ended up being evil. Um, I can't say that either. I can't say that because I do know all about it. I cannot defend her anymore because of certain things that she tried to do or certain cards she tried to play in trying to get an appeal for her case. I could not agree with what she was trying to do. She was trying to blame it on. I stepped away. I couldn't go with her narrative that she wanted to put in the appeal that the two Black men who were gardeners were at fault. I couldn't back that. That's why I no longer back Rhonda Glover. What I could back and support, I even was there, yes, clearly. Everybody knows she planned it. Yes, absolutely. But I supported that too. I was okay with that because I understood that. I wasn't going to fault her for that because that would be a hypocrite of myself. Because I 1000% understand that she planned that out. I don't know if that makes it okay or not. I don't. But like I said, her fiance had billions of dollars. And if the men I've encountered had billions of dollars, I would probably be dead right now and they'd get away with it. So I just try to picture it from every angle. And I had her back. I had her back through all of that. I had her back even through reloading the gun because, again, you're not mentally all there. I had her back through all of it because I could understand it. But when you tell me that two African Americans did that, I can't back you anymore because that's not the truth. I have everything. I have the poor man she killed. I have information. I have everything on this case. So I was fine backing almost all of it except for that. If you cannot own your shit, yes, he abused me. I went through abuse. I was mentally unstable. I was on a deadly cocktail of all of these different medications through a doctor that was Jimmy's friend. I backed all of that. I backed it all. I understand. But I will not back her blaming two men that had nothing to do with it. That's why I walked away. And that's, some people are like, oh, you left Rhonda high and dry. Look at you, flip flopper. No, 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 no. I cannot back and support somebody that's wrong. She was wrong for that. I backed and supported her for reloading 2 times as well as planning it out. I backed and supported her for target practicing an hour before. I backed because, you know what I'm saying? So people just don't know, and it's okay. Tim, you made my first live. The live I said I would never stream on my channel. No, I don't think he was abused. No, 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 Trudy. I do think, though, I really do think he was mentally broken down. Not necessarily because he was being abused, or I think he was mentally broken down. You know what I'm saying? He was expected a lot. He had to get rid of all his things and sell them. He had to I just think he was mentally broken. And then he threw on the mistress, which was more what do you call it? It made it harder for him. That's his choice. Yes, it was his choice to allow a mistress in. I understand that. But again, I think it's all mentally fucked with him, you know? That is something I do believe. Yes, I do believe that, Tam. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Yeah. All right, guys. My third time saying this, but I am going to hop off here. I really appreciate everyone showing up. Wow. It says here there's like 50 people in here. Holy shit. Nothing. I didn't see anything bad either. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Like I said, I could not have the strength that you all say I have without all of you guys. You all help me have the strength. So, yeah, I'm figuring out the live stream. So there'll be that. I'll figure out how I can invite people on here. I'm still learning. Sorry. I watched a YouTube video 10 minutes before hopping on here how to do this. So, but that's what I want my channel to go back to. I'm going to be helping the people. We'll cover domestic abuse, violence. I'm going to be advocating for the people who had asked me, like Angela, and even Christian, cases like that where we can make a difference. That's what I'd rather focus my energy and my time doing. It's just a waste of energy. Honestly, it's so draining too. I've just not been myself. I know you guys haven't seen me really around on anyone's channel for like a week maybe. But it's also putting Mr. Share in a rough spot too, and I hate that. I hate that he's making videos to have my back. I hate that. He doesn't need that shit. So I know I'm gonna get hate no matter what, and I'm already in it, and no matter what. But I just want to get back to what I started YouTube to do, and to give people a voice, to even share my story a little bit, to just help one person even. That's what I'm going to be focusing my channel back to. And I really appreciate all your guys' support and everything. It really means the world to me, and to have the sense of community. Some of you have become like family. I would go after anyone for you guys. So I can't tell you like how much that truly means to me, you guys. And instead of sending 100 different messages privately, I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know I seriously love all you guys. The support you've given me is like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. And I just want to get back to helping people. Okay. Love you guys all. Thanks for riding with me on this first live. I'll get better at it. And I'll pop up either tonight or sometime this weekend. Okay. Love you guys.